This is a quick start guide for your Microimage Capture 9. After you have set the post on the Microimage Capture 9 and put the imaging head in place, sliding it all the way down, and you've installed the software and connected the machine to your computer, go ahead and double click the Microimage Capture icon, and when you do, the software interface will open up like this. Initially, the tools might be different than what you see down here on the left. You want to click More, and you want to uncheck the tools that you don't need. Really what you need is Print, PDF, and Scan. Those are the three that we recommend. The next, you want to set your film in place and go ahead and slide it in, and I've got a microfiche here. It's a negative microfiche. Now it is out of focus right now, and what I want to do is take the imaging head, and by turning the big black knob, I'm moving the imaging head down, and as I do, the image is getting bigger, and that looks pretty good right there. Let's slide this over. Okay. So it's a negative, and we do want to change that. So as you mouse over this toolbar, you'll see there's lots of tools here, and this is the one that you want to choose here, the color reverse. That'll reverse the color. You've got some flip tools, some rotation tools. You've got zoom in and zoom out. We don't want it zoomed in initially. We want to optically get it set right before we zoom in, so we want it zoomed all the way down. We want to go to settings next. And with settings, we want to go to global, and we want to make sure that deshading is selected. That's a tool that helps get rid of background. And next we want to go to video, and we want to make sure that both auto brightness and auto exposure are unchecked. Then we want to click on more properties. We want to make sure that our saturation is turned down. When you first get the machine, it might be turned up here, and as you see, there's a lot of color. We don't want the color, so we want to turn the color down. We want it to be black and white. We want to turn our sharpness up to about 13. By adjusting gamma, you can get the image much brighter, or it could get much darker. So we'll take gamma and put it down here around 16 or so. Adjusting your brightness will also change your image. If you've got too much brightness, it'll kind of wash it out and make it gray, and we don't want that. So we'll bring the brightness back down. And the contrast also has an effect. And I think we'll go about here with contrast. And we'll click Apply and click OK. And then we'll go ahead and close this. So now that the image is here, if you were to capture, I'm going to scoot it up a little bit, if you were to click Scan, it's going to immediately scan the image. It's going to show up right here. If you double click it, it opens up, and you've captured the whole screen. But you probably want just this image, so you want to go here to your frame selection tool. This is a manual frame selection tool. You click on it. When you do, a little crosshair will pop up, and you want to come up to the upper left here, and you want to hold your left mouse button down and drag a box. Now that becomes your capture box. When you click Scan, now it's cropped the way you had cropped it. There's another option, and that is your auto cropping tool, which is this one here. When you click it, the software will automatically select the image as long as there's good contrast between the actual document and the background. And as you move your fiche or your film, it should pick up the very next image so that you can click Scan again, and we'll go to the next image, and it does a pretty good job picking it up. We'll click Scan again, and that's one of the ways you can get production out of it. The foot switch works as a second scan button, really, so when you set that up, you wouldn't have to click with your mouse. You would simply click with the foot switch, and this way you can go hands-free. You can move it and then click with the foot switch. Okay, so let's get rid of this tool now. There are some skin changes here. You can change the color of the skin. I believe it standard is the blue. We'll keep that there. If you want to go to the directory, you right click and it'll say Open Directory, and that'll take you to the directory that's got all of these files. But if you want to look at them one at a time, you can just double click and they'll open up quickly.